How did you feel when you first entered NUS Social Work?
I felt a sense of freedom. I think to choose what I want to do.
Super excited because it was my dream course that I wanted to go to.
I was super nervous because I joined alone, like I didn't have friends. But then, like I think through the different lectures and tutorials, I just tried my best to make new friends, and I think I'm graduating happy.
Like, got a lot of like preconceived notions of what social workers are like no money, get depression after a while. Then like I a bit scared to join.
I was very unsure at the beginning, but I think camp helped a lot actually.
I remember the one night where everyone had to queue along the corridor, then the seniors had to sing some song as we walked in. Do you remember that? The we welcome you, we welcome you.
It was very long eh.
That was so long.
Never 早下.
And I was like, yes, thank God. So I was feeling relieved, feeling excited, and happy.
What is one module you would remember most from NUS Social Work?
For me, it's 3209, the Counselling Theory and Practice mod by Professor Alex.
It was really fun being a family with your group mates. Like every week, each person was a different character.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, ethics!
Yay! Shout out to Prof. Singming and Leon in 1E.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah!
I used it the most like throughout my university course and in like placements and stuff, like learning about basic theories, human development theories.
The one I remember the most was what I took last sem, which was Grief and Bereavement under Dr. Gilbert Fan.
Difficult to choose, but I would say it's 2106. I think it's the module that captures the essence of social work. Alone, we can do so little, but together we can do so much.
Describe one role play you can remember most from any social work module.
I brought up my wig, you know. And it was so funny because like while I was role playing, I was trying not to break character, but then from the side of my eye, I could see Dr. Fun laughing.
During the post-reflection, like the reflection time, then we all talk. Then after that, actually I realized, because like I'm quieter, then some people are more drawn to me and they actually prefer talking to me. And that was like reassuring for me.
I think first of all, grief is very difficult. Yeah, so and then Dr. Fan would randomly sabo people during his lecture to roleplay in front of the entire class, even though it's on Zoom. It's still very scary. And I remember one time I got zam. Then I had zam Xing Hui do it with me.
So in that moment, I was like, oh, I knew she was gonna pick me already, but I was so unprepared. And it turned out to be quite bad. I think I really just butchered my whole way through.
But I remember role playing as a gangster. I think that was very fun.
What is the one thing you miss the most from NUS Social Work?
For me, the first thought that came to my mind was friends for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely miss the company.
Like, I think going to classes together was always very fun.
And saving the seats for your friends. Like, I'm late, I'm running, and then can you save me a seat? I think one thing that I'll miss is like being in class means that we definitely will meet that one day a week.
The environment in social work is always the most safe. Like even when we do group projects, everyone will on camera and then we talk, and then I really become friends with my group mates.
And I'll also miss Miss Lim Shan Shan.
Oh!
I think that's the thing, because you know, whenever you have any problems in terms of placement or anything at all, the first person you go to is like either Miss Lim Shan Shan or Miss Tan Ching Lin.
I will kind of miss doing those kind of reflection because it really allowed me to like learn a lot more about myself.
Share one funny moment you had about NUS Social Work.
Oh, there was once I fell asleep in a Zoom class. Then I forgot to log off as I forgot to leave the Zoom. So I was in there for really, really long.
I was talking to Karen, like on Zoom, because it was it was an online lecture. Then I was chatting to her about like our mutual friend. And then I accidentally went to DM the prof instead. Like, I will fight the world in caps. I got so embarrassed that I immediately left the Zoom.
It is Dr. Alex dancing in front of SG209 tutorial. Yeah, that's the funniest part for me.
Prof. Alex that taught us the technique of stroke kick.
Yeah, stroke kick.
Then he stand up and he really kicked things in his office.
That's right.
What is one thing you don't like about NUS Social Work?
Should I give you the answer that?
The real answer, the fake answer.
Some modules are being, they won't be taken up in future anymore, and they're going to consolidate some other modules. And I was like, really? So sad.
I think sometimes we feel a bit sad that our reflections are not good enough.
I'm a more hands-on person, so like I think even though theory is helpful, like I prefer to like move more and like actually practice them.
What is one thing you're most thankful for from NUS Social Work?
I think for me, I'm most thankful for the community, like not just my batchmates, but also seniors and even the seniors who have graduated long ago.
I feel like people are more chill about things and actually want to explore what they want to do. And when we talk, it's not always about like, oh, what did you get, or like da-da-da. Like,
I admire social work students for the counter-kiasu culture that I see in them.
It's not difficult to reach out to someone in class or like, feel that awkward speaking up in class.
Students in social work is quite different. They are warm and they can see that people are helpful and they do a group work together as a group.
Knowledge that I learned in social work helped me so much, not just professionally, but who I am as a person.
It is very easy to find inspiration around people around me.
But I think what I most appreciate about the social work students is there is a purpose. You can see it in our social work students.
And what I appreciate about them is their intellectual curiosity.
The big heart that you all have.
Something that I really am very thankful for are the social work profs.
They are not just very far away teachers, they are like very up close mentors.
Actually, they make me feel young. And I like their creativity.
The youthfulness, the enthusiasm of students, the constant desire to want to learn.
I must say that I really like coming to the class.
How does it feel like for you to see the students graduate?
Of course, it's like a mummy, right? A lot of pride. I really rejoice.
Feels quite bittersweet for me.
At the right time, you know that the fledgling eagles have to fly on their own.
Yeah, it feels like this, like terrifying. Yeah, it feels like we are going out into a war zone.
Graduation doesn't feel like I've graduated. I feel like I'm still constantly learning.
Falling autumn leaves for me, I think it's the feeling of detaching yourself from an old tree and setting down on the soil to nourish the soil for a new tree to grow.
Oh, chapter in your life closed. Then like you're moving forward with all these new insights and knowledge that you have gained.
Yeah, and I feel assured that I'm graduating together with like a batch of people, social work community that can always fall back on or seek advice from.
I project hope and I see an extension where the things that I cannot do, which is to interact with clients, to impact in clients' lives, to do things at the ground level, I tend to see that when students graduate, they become that part of me that I cannot do.
The hope comes from the fact and the belief that these are our students and these are our future, the future of social work.
It doesn't come from me, it really came from the students, their grit. And they say that I know it's tough, but I just keep going.
I'm actually very happy for them.
Feels great, man.
Yeah.
Celebrate good times, come on.
What do you think would be some fears that your graduating students would have?
Fear of like, will I mess up? Can I contribute? Do I really know, what's to be done? Can I get it done?
There's a bit more of a responsibility put on me, and then I'm expected to perform. You don't have that golden, I'm a student or I'm an intern card anymore.
Am I ready? Like for example, if I want to go to an FSC job, am I really ready? Shouldn't I practice some more? Is my knowledge really up there or not? So I had a lot of anxieties.
Learn to develop the gift of looking at your own potentials.
I don't know if I'm prepared enough for the workforce because you're working with real people.
Did you apply the theories that I teach properly? Okay, yeah.
Feels like I've lived on land my whole life. Then people teach me how to swim, how to use a boat, how to navigate the seas. But going out into the waters itself, navigating it myself, on a boat by myself, is another thing entirely.
I do hope that they have greater belief in themselves and in the social work profession, that they're not there alone.
I know that actually there are many ways to paint the same painting.
Remember to use your head and your heart in balance. and you can be quite fearless that way.
Actually, you don't have to worry.
What do you think your students should look forward to after graduation?
For the first 3 to 5 years, they can look forward to very steep learning, very steep growth.
The experience counter will start to up.
Yeah.
Now it's like 0.
I look forward to making my first mistake and like learning from there. And like the earlier my mistakes come, I think the earlier I can learn.
Very cliche, but I would say that the learning has just begun.
So being able to really practice what has been taught and do not see it as like, oh, this is just in theory, but how they can practice and eventually make a positive difference in the lives of the client.
You are giving into people's life, and in the process, people give back into your lives. As long as you are humble and receptive to that learning.
Very excited to see how like 4 years of education will like bring us to different places.
I look forward to like resonating with, the social work meme page.
Getting my adult money.
And I hope you look forward to coming back to visit us.
What would help to anchor you when times get tough in the future?
I've had the good times before, knowing that it will come back again. Like it's not forever, it will come back again. Like I just somehow have to hold on to that thought. It just makes it a bit easier.
Revisit your dreams. So ask yourself, in the first place, why did you choose to be a social worker? Revisit your dreams. Your dreams will evolve as you mature, but do not let them die.
We didn't choose it because it's easy. We chose it because it's challenging but fulfilling at the same time.
Everyone is just trying their best to live the best they can. And it's something that is very important to me, and also how I view the clients that I'll meet in the future, and even the people that I work with.
Friends, really going back to your friends, going back to people whom you can trust and whom you feel safe.
You have to take the time out to hold on to your friendships, but also have time for yourself, relax.
But the ship is not made to be anchored at the marina. The ship is made to sail the seas. So my tip to you is not to anchor yourself too often, but to go out to the seas and enjoy and sail the seas, go visit places, see new things.
You kind of like go back to bed at the end of the day.
I would start playing My Chemical Romance. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. And then it made me feel okay. So I think I'll do the same.
I think being realistic about social work is important, and don't think that we can be out there to solve things, to resolve things, or to fix things. There are many things in life that we cannot fix.
But maybe it's important to just go with your heart, and gut is actually the most primal heart actually.
And focus your eyes always in your inner compass.
If there's one affirmation that a graduating student should tell themselves, what do you think it should be?
That I'm young, I may be lacking in experience, but I'm full of enthusiasm and eagerness to learn. I'm like a sponge, I can absorb.
Can you put the Dora song down right now?
We did it, yeah!
I would just affirm myself that, I'm on sort of the right path lah. Whether or not, you see it immediately or not. But every time when you look back and look at where you progress, I think it is always reassuring.
Just the idea of sticking through despite people saying, or you yourself thinking that you are not going to be good enough, or not even going to be able to survive like 2 placements and lots of modules. Yeah, I think just surviving it has been, is good enough lah, I guess.
I want to tell them that they have done well, and whatever mistakes that they have made, I like to believe that a lot of the mistakes were made in the course of like 3 or 4 years during this course.
Well, I hope that the last 4 years you have felt safe in learning new things, in making mistakes.
To live life as you normally would, to do the things that you want to do.
I think we can always give ourselves a second chance.
What's one message you would send to all graduating NUS Social Work students?
Go at your own pace. It's really not anyone else's journey but your own.
Take it one step at a time. And it's a long journey, and it's exciting, it's fun, it's challenging.
What is most
personal is the most universal.
I'm excited to see what the changes the social work students will bring to society will be.
Take courage in the things that you do and sail the world.
The pursuit for happiness is a fertile pursuit because happiness is not an end product. When I am able to bring happiness to another person, I will obtain happiness myself as a byproduct.
And of course, most importantly, don't take yourself too seriously.
Self-care is best care, really.
Join our support group. Together, you know, we can overcome.
If we can give others love, we are also deserving of receiving that kind of love.
Congratulations, I think you've come so far, and you should be proud of yourself. I think your parents and your loved ones are proud of you as well. So the faculty is definitely proud of you and your achievement, and we look forward to you becoming what I call the 3 C's professional. So what's a 3C? Competent, confident, and congruent.
Yeah, let's just get through this all together. So, congrats everyone. Yeah. Yay.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Yes.
Class of 2022,
Happy graduation!
Yay!
My wish for all of you is really to be happy,
Don't give up.
and successful.